I'm home now. I was driving in Oceanside. I guess I was driving too slowly because these two ATCs jumped in the back of my truck and they followed me all the way home. So I guess I'll have to keep them. I gave the owner $300 for the pair of them and he was happy. This one runs really good. It's got a new carburetor on it. Chinese aftermarket carburetor. But it runs great. The tires are practically new. And it's got paperwork. That's the reason I wanted to keep it. It had has a pink slip. It was signed off and planned non-op. So all I have to do is transfer my name. I'll leave it unplanned non-op. And this other one here is really just a parts bike. There's a lot wrong with it. Probably the headlights missing. The lights and ignition switch are wrong. The ignition point setup is all messed up. Starter's missing. Engine's frozen up. It's got a carburetor on it, but looks like it's been out in the weather. But anyway, you know, as a package deal, I'm pretty happy with it. I'll probably part this one out, see if I can find some good parts on it. I'll take the stator off and try it on this other bike, because I know this one runs. So the stator works. Those stators are worth quite a bit because they only made them for 2 years. This one's a 79 and this one's an 80, and these 2 years are the same. They're the last 2 points engines of the 110s. And 81 they went to the CDI. So anyway, but I'll have to put this on the back burner. I still haven't got that carburetor working. The parts came, 2 gaskets I ordered, so I'll be doing that next. Well, the 2 parts that I ordered for the carburetor arrived now. I ordered a new fuel petcock and a gasket for the between the bowl and the carburetor. And here's the old petcock. And there's a few differences. The handle or the knob is a little thicker on this one, but that's no big deal. And it looks like this was a little bit taller. Okay, over here there's a R and an O. Okay, so if you turn this counterclockwise or anti-clockwise in the rest of the world, it'll point to the reserve. There's a little arrow on the side here. It says fuel, and the arrow will point up to the reserve. And when it does, the one with R reserve is open, and this one's closed. If you turn it clockwise, it'll point down to the on position, and the on is open. And then you would get gasoline from your main tank. Okay, that's pretty obvious, I know. All right, but on this one here, you turn it counterclockwise, and you'll see it points to the on. Okay, but it opens the one down here. Oh well, they didn't mark it, so you could argue it's okay. All right, so if you turn it counterclockwise and expect it to be on reserve, you would want your hose to be down here. Of course, if you look down on it, let's say on, but I guess if you only have one ATC, you get used to it. But if you have a lot of ATCs like I do, I don't read those every time I turn it on. I just turn it counterclockwise if I don't have much gasoline, or clockwise if I do. And so I'll have to decide. I mean, I can put the a reserve on down here and just assume it's, when I turn it counterclockwise, on reserve, or I could reverse them and they would correspond to what's written. Oh well, I'm still going to put it on. I mean, this one isn't that bad. It just leaked a little bit. I'll probably keep it by as a spare. And then I get to put this bowl gasket on. So let's start putting it together. Well, here's the bowl gasket. It's pretty flat, so I imagine some gasoline was leaking by here. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off and put this one on. and hopefully I don't have much trouble. I'm not real good at getting it under here. There's a couple little bumps here that kind of hold it on and you get on, but sometimes I'll put the gasket on here and it'll pop off the other side, and I gotta fuss with it a long time. Anyway, I gotta do something because it is leaking, and I don't want to try putting silicone on it. Sometimes I find a carburetor that when I take it apart, it's got a lot of silicone on it, and they're a pain in the neck to clean up again. Anyway, I'll try taking it off and see if I can get this thing going. Well, this rubber, oh, that's pretty flat. One piece broke off already while I was trying to take it off. And I thought the whole thing was going to fall apart, but it didn't. I'm going to clean this groove out offline, and then I'll try to put it on. Well, I have the gasket on here, but I don't get it to lay down real good in the groove. And I always seem to have this problem. You know, I'll put it on the carburetor real carefully, and maybe that'll push it back in a little bit. If anybody has any hints, any of my watchers, I would appreciate it. Leaving a note, and maybe that'll help out a little bit. This part here, the little bump is, this is where the gas comes in, the you know, from the petcock. Here's a new petcock on here, so it, you know, it goes into here and then goes up here to the carburetor. Okay, well, I'm going to put it on and see if it leaks. Well, it's back together now, and finally no leaks. This part here is not leaking. This fuel petcock isn't leaking along this crack here. So I think we're pretty good to go now. Actually, I had to take it apart several times. It got a little frustrating, but because the float valve wasn't working right. And I flushed it back and forth a few times with carburetor cleaner, and now the float valve is working. It shuts it off, but when it wasn't working, the fuel would start going up here. It would get past this crack, and when it did get past the you know, the seam where the bowl connects to the carburetor, it would start leaking fuel out, and then it got a little fuller and started leaking it out of here. So I don't know, maybe these seals never really are that good. As long as the float is working okay, the fuel level will be down below it a little bit, and it shouldn't leak. So see, here's the bowl of a similar carburetor, and you can see the overflow tube is actually higher than the top of this carburetor bowl. So the gasoline will go up here if the float valve is not working right. It'll go up here, and then it goes out of the overflow, and you know, it comes out of this this tube here on the bottom. So we're okay now. We have gasoline in the funnel there. It's going down here, and we can see if I turn it on, it's getting to the carburetor, and I open this up here. You can see that it actually got into the bowl. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. I do have a couple other projects. I have to get those two 110s, do something with them, the ones I got, and I want to get that 200 running. And then I have a 1973 ATC70 that I was working on quite a while ago. Actually, it runs fine. I have all the parts for it finally. It has an oil leak. I got to fix that, and then I can work on the CT90. You can see the registration was from 2017. So it's been a while since I worked on that, and it actually expired on me, but I've got it on planned non-op right now. And here's a frame for a frame and engine for a 71 ATC70. I'm still looking for a gas tank, original gas tank, and then I can scrounge up the rest of the parts. Well, thank you for watching this video. I think I'll end it now.